again. So, now we're going to learn how to make our own modules. It's super cool. So, the first thing I'm going to do is make a new. This is first time doing something like this. Super cool. We're going to make our own extra Python file to you know, be used in another one. Here's how that's gonna work. So I'm gonna call it temp.py, and if you're making a Python file, you want to make sure it ends in .py, or else it's going to not work and just be a complete mess. So this is gonna be my you know program dealing with temperatures. Temperature is really cool, and I'm gonna make some functions within this file. So I'm gonna define first function I want to make is something called convert to Celsius. And I think we may have done something like this before, but it's gonna take as a parameter a temperature in Fahrenheit. So that's what it's using as a parameter. And all it's going to do is it's going to return the converted, temperature from Fahrenheit into Celsius. And there's a formula for it. It goes, take Fahrenheit minus 32, and then you multiply that by 5 divided by 9. So since it's a return function, it's not gonna print anything. It's just once I'm done with this function, it's gonna send that number, whatever the converted number is, back to wherever I had called the function in the first place. So, that's pretty cool. Now, this isn't the only thing I want to do. Maybe I want some other definite other functions in there. Uh, Maybe something like how about above? We're gonna do define a function that states if a temperature is above freezing, and it's going to take as an argument the temperature in Celsius, because that's primarily what we're dealing with right now, Celsius. And it's just gonna it's gonna check if this temperature is above 0, because below 0 is freezing. And so we're just gonna return Celsius greater than 0, because that's just a check. It's gonna return a Boolean value to help us what am I saying? To help us it's gonna basically, if I throw a temperature in Celsius in there, like negative 200 degrees Celsius, it'll check, is that above freezing? And the answer would be no, because it is it's not above 0 degrees. So okay, now what's gonna happen here is I'm going to then import my temp program. I'm importing the temp program. And I'm going to say um, you know, fair user Fahrenheit. I'm gonna make it I guess a float. I'm gonna say input, enter your temperature in Fahrenheit. And then what I'm gonna do is make another variable for like my Celsius conversion. So Celsius equals. So just like before, I have to state the module I'm using. So in this case, it's temp, and then dot, and then a function I'm going to call. In this case, the function was convert to Celsius. And that value I'm going to send in as an argument is going to be the user's temperature in Fahrenheit. And then I'm going to print your temperature in Celsius is, and then what we will do is print out the value in Celsius. So now let's say I run this, okay? Enter my temperature in Fahrenheit. Okay. What's freezing in Fahrenheit? Like 10 degrees, I guess. So then I entered, 10 degrees, and I get that the Celsius is negative 12.222, like repeating. Or if I entered like 75 degrees, I get 23.88888 repeating. So that's pretty cool, right? Now, we made another function in there. We made another function above freezing. So I want to check if my Celsius temperature is above freezing or not. So what I can do is say temp check is equal to the temp module, and then the function was above freezing, and then as an argument I'm going to put the temperature in Celsius. I'm going to print out my temperature is above freezing, and it's going to tell me if that's true or false with my temp check. So now I'm going to run it. I'm going to put like 10 degrees Fahrenheit, and it converts it to Celsius, and it says my temperature is above freezing. That is false because it's a negative temperature. But if I were to say, enter like 80 degrees Fahrenheit, that would definitely be above freezing. So here's super simple, super easy example of, we made our own file called temp, and we threw in some functions in there to use in my main program. And so basically we made like two different files, two different Python files, and using one to sort of set up a module for us, the temp file, and that temp file had a bunch of functions that we could then utilize in our programs. And of course, in the next videos, we will explore more robust ways we can sort of use this feature.